Hello friends, welcome to Data Science Lovers. In our last video, we learned about the linear space function. In this video, we will learn about the empty function in numpy library. First of all, we will go through the definition of empty function. Then we will see the syntax. Then we will create the 1D empty array, the 2D empty array, and 3D empty array. Let's start. What is this empty function in numpy library? The empty function is used to create an array of arbitrary values, or you can say random values, of the given shape and data type. The shape and data type will be defined by the user without initializing the entries. So this is the simple definition of empty function. Now this is the syntax. How can we use the empty function? We have to use numpy library, which is denoted by np as short form. Then we have to use empty function. In this empty function, we have two parameters. The first parameter is shape and the second parameter is dtype or data type. These are the 2 points about empty function. First one is the shape can be given in the form of list or in the form of tuple. And the default data type for this empty function is float. Now, first of all, we will import the numpy library in this Jupyter notebook. And the syntax is import numpy as np. np is the short form for numpy library we are using here. When I run this, the command has been successfully executed and the library has been imported in our Jupyter notebook. Now, first of all, we will create a 1D empty array. So, as per our syntax, first of all, we have to use our numpy library np, then empty function, and our first parameter is shape. Here, I am defining the shape as 5 only because we have to create a 1D array. So this is the simple syntax to create a 1D empty array. We will save this in a variable name a for our reference, and when I run this, the command has been executed, and when I see the output of a, then you can see it is a 1D array with 5 random values, the first values, comma second value, comma third, comma fourth and fifth. All values by default are in float format. Now, if you want to create an empty array with integer data type, then we can make use of our second parameter, which is dtype. So np.empty, our first parameter shape 5, and here I can define the data type, which is denoted by dtype, in short data type equal to int. And again I will save this in a variable name a. When I run this, the command has been executed, and when I have a look at a, then you can see all the 5 values are random and all the 5 values are in integer format now, because we have defined the data type as integer here. Similarly, we can define data type as object also, and again we will use numpy library, the empty function, our shape 5, and our second parameter dtype equal to, here we have to use object because we have to create an array with object data type. I will save this in a variable a. The command has been executed. When I print a, you can see data type is mentioned as object here, and it will always show none, none, none. Okay, so whenever we will use data type as object, it will show none for each element or against each value in the array. And the one thing you can note here is it is a 1D array which is denoted by this single square bracket. This one single square bracket denotes that it is a 1D array. So that's how we can create a simple 1D empty array. Now second is we have to create a 2D array using empty function, and the syntax will be somehow same as our first syntax, np.empty. Here we have to pass the shape, and for shape we need number of rows as well as number of columns. So we will pass either in the form of a tuple or either in the form of list. The round brackets here define the tuples. First of all, in the tuple I will pass number of rows as 5 and number of columns as 3, and I will save this in a variable name b for our reference. When I print b, you can see it is creating an empty array with 5 rows and 3 columns. And if you notice here again, there are 2 square brackets in the starting as well as in the end there are 2 square brackets, which denotes that it is a 2D array. Also, if you notice that the value are in float format now, 0 point 0 point. If you want to change the data type of this array, then again we can use data type parameter np.empty. First of all, I will use my first parameter shape 5 by 3, 5 rows, 3 columns, and second parameter dtype equal to int. We will save this in variable b, and when I run this variable b, you can see now there are all values in integer format now, means the decimal is not there. Also, it is created a value of 1536 because as per our definition, it creates an array of arbitrary values, or you can say random values. So it can create an array with any value. Similarly, we can create a 2D empty array with object data type. Syntax will be same, np.empty, and our shape 5, 3, and this time if I pass dtype equal to object, and again I will save this in a variable b, and when I print b, then you can see data type is object here now, and when I use data type object, then it is showing all value as none, and there are 2 square brackets indicating that it is a 2D array. So that's how we can create 2D empty array with float, integer, and object data type. Now we will create a 3D empty array. 3D empty array means there is a matrix, number of rows and number of columns. So the syntax will be np.empty function, our first parameter shape, and if you notice here that this point shape can be given in the form of list or in the form of tuple. Okay, when we were creating a 2D array, we were giving the shape in the form of tuple, which is denoted by these round brackets. Now we will create a 3D array and we will pass the shape in the form of list using the square brackets. So first of all, I have to pass the shape. I will use square brackets, and in a 3D array, first of all, I have to pass number of matrix. I am passing 2. Then we have to pass number of rows. I am passing 5. Then we have to pass number of columns. I am passing 3 here. So this is a simple syntax to create a 3D empty array. Okay, we will save this in a variable name c, and if we print c, then you can see it is a 3D array with all values in float format by default as per our definition. Okay, and there are 2 matrix. This is our first matrix and this is our second matrix, and in each matrix there are 5 rows and 3 columns. Now we will change the data type here, and np.empty, our shape 2 by 5 by 3, and dtype equal to, we will create a 3D empty array with integer data type, so I will pass int here, which is a short form for integer, and save this in variable name c, and when I print c now, all values are changed to integer format now. Okay, although it is showing 0 0 0, means it can show random values. If I run it again and print c again it is showing 0 0 0, but when you run it in your notebook, then it will show some different values, different random values. Similarly, we can create an empty 3D array with object data type. The syntax will be almost same, np.empty, our shape 2 by 5 by 3, and dtype equal to object. We will save this in a variable name C, and when I run this, you can see it is a 3D array which is denoted by 3 square brackets in the starting and 3 square brackets at the end. It is showing the data type as object also, and when we are using data type object, it will show all values as none. So that's how we can create a 3D empty array with float, integer and object data type.